Hey everyone, Saute Witch Tracks here, also you can call me Maria. It's been a long time since I posted a video on YouTube. I mean, my last video was 2 months ago, but it wasn't really an interactive video, it was just me like, oh, look at this is Shaktiism, learn about it, you know, kind of thing. But I really want to create this video for myself to help me. I feel like it will help me to set me on the right path again. And so, this is like a sort of confessional video. Yes, I've been away for a very, very long time, making very scattered videos here and there. I used to post a couple a week, and now it's just like, you know, hardly any. Like, you'll be lucky if I post like a video every 2 or 3 months, you know. And a part of that has to do with being really busy. I know it's no excuse because some people somehow find the time, but I mean, I work full time, I go to school full time, and trying to balance out my social life and, you know, and spending time with my family, things like that. And so, like, I only have 2 free days a week, so one of those days is spent with my boyfriend, and another days is spent doing homework, and then weekends I work mornings, you know, and I need to spend time with my other friends and family. So yeah, I haven't really taken the time to spend like with myself. When I'm by myself, I'm usually doing homework, and then I'm like, I'm tired, I want to go to bed because I get up for classes and all stuff. And I feel like because of this, you know, I feel like a bee. I don't stop to smell the flowers. I land where I want, or land where I have to, get what I came for and leave, you know. And so, in that sense, I do feel like a busy bee, and I feel like I haven't stopped to smell the flowers. And because of that, I became less devoted because I had less time, and I kept making excuses, you know, not to do this ritual, or not to say this prayer, or not to meditate, and things like that. And I feel like because of that, I've been uprooted. I don't no longer feel grounded anymore. And so I just stopped my practice altogether. I mean, I still had my beliefs, I still believed what I do, but I stopped my practice. And I've realized this was a problem a while ago, but when I was unhappy, but I didn't want to act. And a part of that reason is a fear to connect, to reconnect, because I was part of the YouTube community and I had friends, like Invoking the Balance and Moonlit Opal, I became really good friends with, and I even attended the Earthware festivals with them last year. But this past year, I speak to them every once in a while, but hardly, and it's not just them, everyone else, and, you know, the YouTube and pagan community, I kind of just stopped conversing with altogether as a sort of, you know, way to protect myself, because I was been facing their spirituality and facing like how they're still so strong in their spiritual growth, and I wasn't. Just, I don't know, it just made me feel bad and made me feel guilty, and threw it in my face, and it just made me fearful that I may never get that back again. And so I didn't want to converse about spirituality or make YouTube videos anymore, because I wasn't feeling it anymore, and that was because I wasn't taking the time. And then, of course, I feared not to, and I feared, like, trying to make the time again, because I feared, like, doing the rituals again, and the reason why, because I feared I wouldn't be able to find the same connection that I did before. And so it's just turned a vicious cycle of fear, and this, fear that, and not doing this, and then fear of not feeling, and not doing it, and then fear again, you know. Fear can be a really, really cruel form of punishment, or self-punishment, if you let yourself be weighed down by it. And I don't know. I'm slowly getting back, and it's really difficult for me. I'm actually getting Moonlit Opal and Michelle, after she comes back for Earthwares Festival, she's actually starting a new, you know, life coaching, spiritual coaching program, and she's going to help me, because it took me a while of, like, forcing myself to practice, forcing myself to stop and smell the flowers, smell the roses, and actually had an epiphany. It was a really weird way, really strange way of getting an epiphany, to realize, like, I really need to stop, like, and just relax and ground myself, because I'm like, I was basically floating around in space, you know, not connected to anything and just like not grounded. And one thing that made me realize this was definitely because of me being, you know, so busy and not taking the time, was one day after I was leaving for my classes, and went to my parking deck and my tire was flat. And I didn't have the tool to take off my lug nuts. I had the jack, but I didn't have the thing to take off my lug nuts, so I had to call AAA. And while I was waiting for them, I was standing on the, like, because I always park in the very top of my parking deck, just because the view is beautiful and you see the trees and the buildings and everything. And I remember I was standing there and I was looking over the buildings, looking at the trees, and I felt the wind just caressing the tops of the trees and the leaves rustling, and I felt it just kissing my skin, and I had that awe moment. I hadn't had that in such a long time. I just had that moment of awe, and I was like, wow, you know, nature is beautiful, even in the city, you know. And it made me realize that even though I'm in the city and I'm not where I used to be, like at my old college where I was surrounded by woods and mountains, even though I'm in the city, like, I can still find beauty if I just stop and looked. And I haven't done that in so long that really was like a slap in my face. And I was like, wow, I'm too busy to stop and appreciate like a flower, you know? And I told Michelle this, and hopefully she's going to help me, like, now that I know this, I'll be completely clueless as to what I want to bring to, you know, to my sessions with her. And so I'm really excited about that, by the way. But yeah, and so I feel like that, like, part of my solution to finally get back to where I was is, one thing, to go through the coaching with Michelle, because she is very spiritual and a very strong and powerful woman, and I admire her so much. And, you know, she's always been like, you know, like this role model for me, you know, just to, because she knows what she wants and she's going to get it. So so I want to be not where I used to be, because that's the past. I want to progress forward and become more than what I was, you know. And so not only am I going to do my sessions with her, but I'm going to take some solitary time. I'm going to find some time in my week, even if it's only 30 minutes a day, you know, just find time to ground myself, meditate, connect with nature, and realize the beautifulness, the great spirit and goddess and God have, you know, surrounded me with. And so that's what I plan to do. And like I said, take 30 minutes a day to, you know, go over my BOS, write notes in my little witchy notebook, and then just take some, like, 30 minutes a day, take some witchy time to myself. Because I've like I said, I've been forcing myself to do my morning prayers and my night prayers, and I'm finally getting back and doing my Sabbath and Esbat rituals, and I'm slowly feeling it all coming back, you know. I'm slowly feeling that connection again. Even though it never really was gone, I just blocked it. I blocked it out myself because of my fear. And so that's why I haven't been making YouTube videos, because I was afraid. And I'm slowly getting over that fear and slowly getting over that courage, and I don't know. It's a rocky road, but it's gonna take me a while to get there. But I feel like, you know, it's like riding a bike, you never really forget. So hopefully once I get steady myself and find that balance, I can, you know, go do the Tour de France, you know, with my spirituality, basically. But yeah, I do miss the YouTube community. I honestly don't know how many videos I'll make, because I don't get on YouTube much, honestly, because it distracts me from my homework. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna make any promises right now, but I'm gonna do what I can, as I can, and see where it goes from there. But thank you for everyone who, you know, who've been subscribing and, you know, showing me some love on my page, and, you know, wish me the best and everything, and I really appreciate that. Your support means a lot to me, and I love you guys. Blessed be.